So this time what we're going to do is I'm going to go into Google Plus and start the Hangout. I've already clicked on Google Plus. You can see that these are my posts. So I'm going to click the More, click Hangouts, and start a hang up. I want to add Vinny because he's been kind enough to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning to do this with me. And we're going to name this ProStudio Hangout. Now, in order for me to record this on YouTube, what I need to do is check this box, Enable Hangouts on Air. And it's just going to give you this information. Hangout options is just simply choosing a language and restricting minors if you want to do that. And I just click Save and then Hangout. Okay, now if I want to send this URL to my guests, I've already created a Mailchimp invitation that I sent out earlier in the week. Now, Google Hangout, unlike a program like WebEx or GoToMeeting or JoinMe Meeting, it doesn't have the capability, as far as I've seen, to schedule it in advance. So the way that we worked it is we went into Mailchimp and we created invitations to send out to our core audience for the product that we want to promote on Friday. So about 15 minutes before we broadcast, what I'm going to do is take this embed button, click this, and this is the URL for the live broadcast. I can just copy and paste that and send it through my Mailchimp. And just for grins, I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's going to make a lot of noise when I do this, but I want you to be able to see. Maybe it won't if I put it in Mozilla. I just want you to see how it looks when you've embedded it. It's basically a live broadcast so that people can see what you're up to. So I'm just putting that into the Mozilla, and you can see that it will be a broadcast of the YouTube. It may say something like standing by, and it goes on my channel automatically because I'm logged in. So that's how it works. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and blast that to the people that I want to invite to watch the broadcast. But the people that I want broadcasting with me, I'm going to check my ProStudio. It's very important that you click on the ProStudio to see who's joined you. So I sent the invitation to Vinny. It should show up in his Google Hangout so that he sees that number 1 light up on his Google Plus account. And once he sees that, he will click on that and be able to join the broadcast. So if somebody's adding you to a Google Hangout, you're going to see it in your Google Plus account. So you can see that Vinny has invited me to a Hangout here. So I'm just going to click on this and then I can hang out. Now he's installed ProStudio into his computer. So I'm just going to show you how it looks on a viewer's end. So they're going to see their profile and then they click join. And so I'm on and I can hear Vinny's microphone. Now, in order for me to activate this on mine so I can see his chat and everything, it's very important that, if you've invited more than one presenter, that they understand they got to click on ProStudio in order to activate it. ProStudio you click on in the left-hand side. Now, the first thing I want to do if I want to be the presenter is I want to click on ProStudio. It's important that you install this prior to broadcasting for yourself as well as your co-presenters. So click on this first and then this toolbar opens up for you, this menu. So it's giving me all of the information. Participants enter on stage. You can join the link. The broadcast link for the YouTube video, that's going to be important for me in a bit. and a comments tracker as well. So while I'm waiting, I'm just waiting for Vinny to come in. I can click on this embed and it gives me the URL for YouTube. So I can copy and paste that and put it into my Mailchimp so that I can tell people, hey, I'm broadcasting, you know, come join the show. So that's what I'm up to. Now I see that Vinny has joined the broadcast. So what I'm going to do is I can check him, and if I want to have him as a presenter, number one, I would click this. I want to click this to select users. On stage includes non-app users, so I can allow for non-users of ProStudio as well as people who have the app. So I can check that, and if I want to make Vinny the presenter, I can click on this box that says click to designate all selected users as Hangout producers. So when I do that, you'll notice that Vinny's name lights up in yellow. And what happens on his end is he's able to see the tools that are in front of him, so he can message me. In fact, I'm going to send and I'm just going to hit send in order for him to see a message. So he can now see the tools. You can see that he's lit this up at the top, and so it's amazing. Now if I want to have if I wanted to send him a message for standby, so I can click S for standby to let everybody know that we're about to broadcast. So if I want to yeah, shameless plug. You just, you know, I should have never put a competitor up on your videos, honestly. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to start the broadcast. So this is going to start my YouTube video, and it's going to say your Hangout on Air will now be broadcast publicly on Google Plus and on YouTube. So once the broadcast is over, recording of the broadcast will automatically replace the live player, so people who miss the live broadcast can watch it later. So that's kind of slick. Okay, so we're broadcasting, Vinny. No more advertising for your company. Shame on you. Now, if I want to have Vinny be the presenter, I can click on his name and he can start presenting his materials. So he's going to have some choices on his screen of what he can choose to broadcast. If I want to switch it back to myself, I'll uncheck his name, I'll check my name, and then I can put myself on here. And if I want to start sharing a document, I just click on the left, the screen share. So I'm going to click on that. I want to actually do a Word doc. So this is what I want to be sharing. Vinny, can you see that? I'm just going to go to my screen share. No. Okay. So what I needed to do is, in order to activate that Word document, I need to go back into screen share, and you see how it's lit up now? If I click on that and then I click start screen share, he should be able to see this now. And he's just messaged me and he says yes. Okay. So that's pretty much how the screen share works. There are other tools in here, like if I want to do the topics, let's say that I want to do intro and I want to throw it to Vinny for how the product works. So I can add these different topics so that the producer will know which topic we're talking about, and I can move these around so that each person is able to present. Okay, so I'm going to make Vinny presenter again. Again, I'm going to toggle back to tools. I'm going to click to reveal video for all selected users. So anytime these are framed in blue, that's what you're seeing on the screen. If I want to have Vinny's video shown, then he's outlined in blue, and then we can see whatever is on his screen. If Vinny if Vinny goes and clicks on screen share, which is what he's done, and again he's doing yet another shameless plug for his business, then that's how this works. You can notice that the status Hangout on Air streaming live is here. If I click on stage, off stage, what does that do? It'll show whether the person's on or off. If I want to send a Hangout invitation, if I click on this, it's going to show, you know, the Hangout. I don't see a reason why I would want to post that, because I'm already in a Hangout. If I click on that, it's going to end up saying you're already in a Hangout, so I don't think I'm going to do that. Now, if I want to see the broadcast link of the YouTube video, I can click on that. I wouldn't recommend clicking on it because now all I'm hearing is an echo of my broadcast. If I click on the comment tracker, this is neat. So what this does is it gives me all of the different posts that are going on. If I go back to my page and I check myself and I click the camera, so Vinny, are you able to see the Word doc that's up? Okay, cool. So now the other thing that I'm curious about is, can you see it full screen? That's something that I need to take a look at. Because if I look at full screen, that's just going to show my screen and do the endless loop thing, and I don't really want that. So if I do start screen share here and I'm showing my document, it's going to show my document, but Vinny, does it show it inside of the window or does it show it at full screen? That would be my burning question. So it shows the whole window. Awesome. Okay, so what you need to think about when you're doing this in the exciting conclusion is, number one, when you're sharing, you want to make sure that you have the document that you want to share open. And number two, when you're whoever is broadcasting, you want to make sure that they can show their full screen. Oh, and at the end, you want to click End Broadcast. Let's see what happens when we do that. Okay, cool. So what happens is it's going to process this, and then when I'm ready, I can send this for broadcast. And what's really cool is it'll process this, and I believe it lets you edit before you can actually release it onto your channel. So I'm going to let that cook for a while. I'm so far pleased with the way this all works because it's just cool stuff. Okay, so we've given it time to render, and now this is what the broadcast looks like to a YouTube viewer. So we're just going to go into the ProStudio Hangout. Basically, what you're going to see is whatever was shared on the screen. So at the time that we were recording this, whenever there was a screen share that was going on with my mug on it, that was what was showcased. And I'm just going to fast forward to when it was sharing documents, so that you can see that when the documents are shared, they come up on the YouTube video as well. So if I want to expand the screen, I can do so inside of the YouTube broadcast. And this is recorded so that if people missed your broadcast, you can send another email blast saying, you know, thanks for all of you who attended. If you missed the broadcast, here's a link to it on our YouTube channel. So that is a really powerful tool for broadcasting. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Sarah Spencer with Got Clicks. Happy clicking.